Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Zhaire, a.k.a. Coach Bird, and I'm the host of the BYRDCAGE show. Cousin Tracy.
What's up? I know y'all miss me. I'm back.
Cousin Tracy
is back.
Let's give it up for that. Cousin Tracy is back. Last episode we had, you know what I'm saying, she was on the 7 Seas somewhere with an umbrella in her drink, bragging about how nice the weather was while we was freezing back here. You know what I'm saying? But she is back. Yeah, I missed you. You know what I'm saying?
I missed you too.
Glad you back. You know
but no. Don't make the people think I was back in time.
Oh, yeah. Wait, yes.
I came back in time for the family Christmas Eve function. I was back in time. I landed the night before late, but Christmas dinner still happened.
No, true. Yeah, I forgot. Let's talk about the timeline. I was just talking about the last episode we had. Right. She's been back.
So he said he missed me, but he seen me. We done had some family functions.
We have had. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm going to say this. You know what I'm saying? The guest that you see sitting on the couch in a cage right now, this has been a long time in the making. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We've been talking about every time we run into each other, we chop it up like, yo, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. So we finally had a chance. All the schedules worked out. Everything was good.
The basketball gods blessed us.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate y'all. I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know him, you're going to get to know him. Even if you do know him, you're going to get to learn a lot more about him. But we have my man, Zhaire McCORMICK, a.k.a. Coach Zha, on the couch in the cage. Welcome. Yeah, I'm saying.
It really is a pleasure to be here.
That's what's up.
Listen. For those that is watching, he might be one of the most despised people in the hood. I ain't never known nobody that's doing well by the kids that people don't like.
That's what happens when you put in that work and do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, people don't like it. You know what I'm saying? People don't like it, you know what I mean? But before we get in all this rundown and get all up in your business a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Just for those that don't know, you know what I'm saying, your background a little bit, just let them know where you're from, you know what I mean? Where you're from, high schools, all that good stuff.
Yeah, Coach Zhaire, I played basketball and went to Camden High my freshman and sophomore year. Different living arrangements. I moved with my mom moved to Lindenwood, and I finished my junior and senior at Lindenwood High School. Where that was really a good experience. Met some people, met some relationships that last me a lifetime. Really kind of dived into the game of basketball and learned it from different avenues and different aspects, and just really learned how to work really hard there. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
that's what's up. After high school. Did
some years at Camden County College.
Okay.
And then after that, post went to Rutgers Camden. Okay. Finished it there. And yeah.
Did you play any ball either?
Nah, I didn't get a chance to play any ball. I was in between, like, I'm the oldest of my siblings, so like working was a big thing. Helping my mom with like the bills and stuff. So I could never really indulge in like Rutgers basketball. I couldn't even damn near go to any games because I got 3 younger brothers under me that I had to look out for.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
got you.
School and work and then tending to them was the top priority.
That was
yeah.
So you're the oldest of how many?
The oldest of 3.
Okay.
All boys?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
My mom went crazy when she got the last one. She thought it was a girl, and younger in the back seat happy, and she like, all these damn boys, I'm tired of these boys, I need me a girl. So God blessed her with 4 boys,
and I can't buy a boy, not one.
I can't talk either.
Yeah, I know you got girls.
Yeah, I can't make them, man. You know. But hey. Amani, Mary, I love y'all. Don't get that twisted. Don't get that twisted. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. So after we got done at Rutgers, what was the plan after that? What was your thinking?
Really no idea what God had in store. Moved into the 6th and Ferry area of Camden and started going to a place called MJD, the Michael J. Doyle Fieldhouse through Father Doyle. Okay. And just was playing in the community, just young, trying to just stay active and just still got a passion for basketball.
Right.
The director of the center saw that, I had an interest in like, just being around kids and wanting to help. But I didn't know what that looked like, and I didn't know the kids in the community. I'm removed a little bit, trying to get back into the community. And he was like, "Do you want to volunteer a coach?" And so I did it for one season, and it was amazing. And I'm learning, and my eyes kind of lit up from the aspect of like coaching and motivating, and then like me just being kind of like real knowledgeable when it comes to like X's and O's and wanting to learn more. I loved it because I knew I didn't know everything, but I could relate to the kids. I'm from the community. I live here.
Right.
So who better to teach them?
So real quick before we go ahead, how old are you?
I am 31.
Okay, so you're 31. What year did you graduate from high school?
2011. 2011.
Okay, so I'm trying to get the gauge so they'll know how old you are, so you'll know how relatable you are to the babies.
Yeah,
very relatable.
Very relatable. I started coaching at like 20, probably 21, 22.
Okay,
and I was coaching 2 teams at a time where I had the babies and I'm coaching them.
Right.
But then I had the teenagers.
Okay.
Where I was I'm connecting with them. All types of kids. Garnett Anderson, had a kid named Manny, rest in peace, Donovan Guest, Tyshawn Tokley, like Jalil Hatcher, like just a bunch of the heavy hitters of South Jersey where like they're gravitating towards me, and I'm able to like through basketball also mentor them. And these are my young guys.
So was it like an AAU program or just training?
It was just
open gym.
It was just open gym, and then it was a league that naturally everyone just started coming to. Everyone in South Jersey, you got the Julian Dunkley, he bringing teams in. You got Womp, he bringing teams in. So like it was at the time it was a mixing pot of just talent, and it was kind of a spinoff a little bit naturally off of Don Pope.
Gotcha.
And what he created, and people not understanding that like. God rest his soul, he was a mentor of mine.
Gotcha.
So like Don Pope was like, yo, man, I don't really want to do this anymore. I wanna kind of push you into this because I'm getting older, right? And he was doing it for a long time. So like he was, God rest his soul, he was a mentor of one of mine. So yeah.
Okay. So that's when the coaching bug hit you, was like at the MJD?
Yes, that's when it hit me, and but I kind of like, I know one of the questions, I kind of like went back and forth between the coaching and the training, and which one I really loved.
That question is coming.
Yeah. So for those that are out there watching us, people call me because I think I know basketball. They always like, do you know a trainer for kids? My daughter's 5, my son is 4, 3, 5, 6, 7, and I sent them to Zhaire. I think Zhaire is one of our best trainers for children under 11 when they're trying to learn the game and get fundamentally solid. So for those out there that are looking for trainers for your younger kids or your grandkids, definitely the War Room in Zhaire is. Yes.
I appreciate it.
Yes, definitely. Let's
he
talk.
Had my granddaughter, so I ain't gonna listen.
So she knows what she talk about. You know what I'm saying? She knows what she talk about. How did since Tracy brought it up, the War Room? You know what I'm saying? First of all, I just love that. You know what I'm saying? I love that name, that title, the War Room. That just I love that. Ever since I've seen it, I love that. What you do with that. How did you come about? You know what I'm saying? Creating that, and what made you want to create that space for the youth?
The War Room. Yeah. It was crazy because even before I got to 6th and Ferry MJD area, we grew up out Fairview, South Constitution, Merrimack. We were all over Fairview, but those were like kind of the roots of like us growing up a little bit and playing out there and like seeing so much negativity. And so the only thing I had was the basketball, and I would be out Merrimack near Melandra Hall, and they got the courts before they kind of did them over. It was a great place, where we just played, and I played with the older guys, so I was getting picked up by the older guys. I'm playing with them, and they respected my game. But the War Room came about because I'm just playing, and I'm playing, and I just felt like this was my battleground.
Okay.
Like I like a lot of what I do is very, very. I like to think like strategic. I like to think. I'm a movie buff. I like Troy. I'm an old school history person. So like war and battle and the art and being technical is kind of like my thing. I love it. And then so I started thinking war and how much I love war and fighting and strategic and planning. And then the word room just came in. I'm like, what does it look like? And then it's crazy because it didn't really take off. You know, behind every great man is a great woman. I met my fiance. Okay. And my fiance is a graphic designer. So she made my logo. And I'm like, babe, what colors? And so and I'm telling y'all, it was her computer. She was making it and it just came about.
But on a spiritual note, do you know a lot of women that are into church have a room in their home that they pray in? It's called the war room.
It's called the war room. And it's
spiritually, it's called the war room.
And it's
That's
a movie.
The war room.
War room. And I watched it, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Because that's where battles happen, right?
It was. The older lady said she went in here and she was explaining to different families and people. You create this prayer room where when you battle with stuff, and you went in there and you seen people have sticky notes and Bible scriptures, and this was their room where
peace.
They battled and they found peace, and they centered themselves
around prayer.
Around prayer. Yes.
Yeah.
And it was just it's crazy.
So just know I'm still working on my cousin.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm making strides.
So now he knows about the war room.
He ain't done with me yet. You know what I'm saying? He ain't done with me yet. You know what I'm saying? He ain't done with me yet. That's what's up. Now, like, around about what year did that, like, it really kicked off? Like,
it started 2015.
Okay.
It grew in that 4 years of me growing it. Things happened at MJD that was out of my control. And I shifted it to I got with Don Polk, and Don Polk he was like, listen, I'm gonna put you up. I got you. And Don Polk, and I was in the middle of a league where I had to shift gears, and I'm going crazy around the city because I'm trying to find this place for my babies. And Don Polk, like I say, he put me up into which is Kipp High School. Now it was Kipp Whittier.
Okay.
And he put me in there. I got my legs under me, and I connected with the Neighbor Center, and then I ran it out of the Neighbor Center, and that was 2019, where that's when I created foundations for the babies. So it's the war room, and then you have subdivisions of like the war room with different ages.
Got you.
And I created the program for the babies where you're teaching fundamentals, having the 3 rules: listen, respect, and have fun. Right, like fun. You listen with your ears. The kids touch your ears. You be respectful. Respect each other. Respect the parents. Right. And then no one's going pro. No one's getting a scholarship. Right. You say that loud so the parents can understand that we are here to have fun. Right. Have fun. If we're not doing that, we ain't doing anything.
I think the parents lose that.
They do.
Yeah.
I've witnessed some parents lose it so bad.
No, that's true.
That this summer I pulled my kid.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what they tell me. They'll say, because this is the war room. Yeah. Don't it get hostile in here?
No.
What about the name of the room?
These are not.
Because listen, I explain to people all the time, when I stop having fun, I'm done with it.
That's when you shut it down.
Right.
Yeah, I'm done with it. If I ain't having fun no more, I'm done with it. Yeah. And even at every level, high school, college, you still got to have fun with it.
Yeah.
You still got to be able to laugh and joke. And I think and we say this all the time, parents look at these athletics as a check, as a meal ticket for them.
Yeah.
So they putting everything in their kids. They putting pressure on themselves and their kids because they want them to be the next best thing so they can stop working or whatever in their mindset thinking what athletics is going to do for them.
It's extremely hard. You got whether it's training or whether even it's just the war room leagues, you have parents coming up to me and I'm, Coach, I want you to teach them how to work hard. I want you to, but with all due respect, this is even before I had kids, all due respect.
You can't teach nobody how to work hard.
But you don't work hard though, right? It
starts
at home.
There. Yeah, true.
I got the Joker for 1 hour. 3 hours out of the entire week. I feel like we're at a state with basketball and just life where everybody wants to micromanage and navigate, and it's like they gotta want it for themselves. They gotta figure it out, and it has to be a level of adversity and figure this out. Not at the expense of your life, but figure it out where like. It's okay.
Right.
But I know I'm jumping a million questions, but do you see we're in a society or culture where, the microwave culture, where as a freshman, every kid think they supposed to start varsity?
Yeah.
Like nobody wants to sit nowhere and learn and pick up and develop.
And just hearing that, like no one wants to even hear that, like Don't want to hear your story of how you got it from the mud, right? Like nothing is given, everything is earned. And even on my team, I struggle with that. As talented as we are, it's like I'm coming over starting them, and it's like I don't have a starting lineup. We playing in the summer league. I'm just throwing you out there to play, you know. And I'm doing my research, listening to different podcasts, asking different coaches different things of what their philosophy is, and how should I explain playing time, and how do you earn this? And you know, different coaches. I had one lady coach was just like, whether I give you 1 minute, I give you 3 minutes. It's about you to go in there and make the most of it. And I tell the kids too, like you can't expect to get more food if you can't eat what's on your plate. So eat what's on your plate, and I'll give you more.
Right,
but
that's a good one.
I have kids too, like, you know, nobody want to hear this, but like, this is my program, you know, and this, even as a parent, you're going to do what I need you to do before you do what you want to do. And when you do that, it opens doors for you to do what you want to do. Right. In basketball, when it comes to how our parents handle referees, how they handle the integrity of the administration, and just how they deal with coaches. I'm reading stories in Cali where coaches are being harassed, right? Where they got to give up their lives, like they have to give up their passion and love of mentoring and pouring into kids.
That's facts.
Because mentally, spiritually, emotionally, it's not safe. And no stipend, no couple $1,000 ain't worth it, right?
That ain't right.
So
Facts.
To your point, my parents, they're crazy. But because my program is so deep rooted, and like me having your kids since they were young, like I've had Noah since he was little, I've had Buck since he was little, Jordan, you know, Beef's son Jordan. I've had so many kids since they were young. We've created relationships that I kind of get mad at myself, because it's like, did I open that door? Right. Is it you? Because when you look to the upper echelons of coaching, I even people don't know this, but I studied Rick Brunson and how he handled certain things, and I'm just like, yo. They didn't move like that because they were never that close to him and comfortable enough to even move like that. So you ask yourself, what doors have you opened to allow people to think that they have access like that? Conversations that you had. Right. Bigging up people's kids. It's too much of certain things can be
detrimental sometimes.
And I get it. And then people feel comfortable. And when people feel comfortable,
that's when they
feel like they
crossing
can do
the line.
And there's a big line that people cross.
No, that's
true. And it's crazy because I'm going to keep it transparent, which I always do. I went to a Camden High game the other night. First time in 5 years. Haven't been a kid.
Commend you on that one. Commend you on that one. I know that took a lot.
Took a lot. And it's because we've allowed, for the basketball world has allowed all this other outside people to feel comfortable enough to integrate their opinions, which hampers coaching, which hampers playing, which hampers the growth of the child. We're supposed to be using athletics to build young men and women on and off the court. Character, respect, integrity. And we've allowed the outside to influence what that is, the integrity of the sports. Not just the sports, all of them. Baseball, football, basketball. We've allowed the parents to. Why? How did we get here? I'm asking you, how did we get here? Where parents, people, community think they can control people's programs. And I'm going to tell you, the reason why you're not liked is because they feel like they can't control what you got going on with the Revs. And you're arrogant, and you're installing arrogancy in your children. And it's not arrogancy more so, it's confidence. You're building confidence in your athletes, which is coming across as arrogance, which a lot of times confidence do. But it's creating a space where we don't like him. You got a bunch of people my age talking about they don't like you, and you're a child. Why are y'all doing this to this man?
When they should be guiding me.
If they feel like you're doing something wrong because I checked you. Hey, I text you. You gotta start texting back because you kind of don't know what I needed you for.
And you're absolutely right. And I'm a big relationship person, partnership person, and I explain that to my kids. I can't advocate that to them, and then like people, you know, that are deep rooted in the community, and like you said, you should be able to voice everything you're saying to me and to the powers that be, because you were here before all of this.
But how did we get here? Where you? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, Zhaire. People in my age bracket who are older than your parents, really, I don't like him. He's arrogant. But my thing is, you're winning. So when you win, arrogance happens. Because you're winning. But how did we get here? And answer that question for me. How did we get here in our community where people who've never even been involved with the sport can voice their opinion on what happens with people's programs?
Well, that's the thing about opinions. Everybody got one, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody going. That's part of it, and then the other part of it is that we are at a place where we're trying to get back to what we feel like we were, right? Mm-hmm. Like the school is rebuilt, but it's not that. It's not like it's Canton High, but like you put a new foundation on old roots, mm-hmm. and it's there and it's thriving and it's doing its thing. But like now, even after you put it there, you got the positions, right? And in those positions, they need to be educated on what was, right? Like when I came in at Clarence Turner, God rest his soul, was on his way out. Greg Barr was there. Kevin Walls was there. You know, these legends and these people that like they was arrogant, but they were guys that put the work in, and mm-hmm. they were from the city, and people don't even respect them. And I'm gonna say it right here on this podcast. I had the conversation yesterday. People act like Kevin Walls don't even exist. And that's a legend.
They act like Greg Barr and his 90 whatever mm-hmm. points he scored per game don't even exist.
And that's a legend. Mm-hmm. And I will play devil's advocate and say, okay, what they did is in the past, but we have to find before we get to the future, we have to be able to honor and respect the past, and we got to be able to bring these guys in. Because Greg Barr, one of my mentors, we can't sit here and say what y'all go through as mm-hmm. elders, adults, mentors can't relate to us now. History repeats itself,
true indeed.
And there are things that y'all know that mm-hmm. y'all can pour into us. True. I am a huge advocate of hitting all the people up that, like I said, been through stuff. Yo, what's going on? What should I do?
Right.
What should I do? You know, Christmas tournament. What should I do? Mm-hmm. What should I do? Like, you know, because I have sheep. I have people that are following me that I.
You want to bring that Christmas tournament up?
Nah, I don't want to talk about tournament, but
I'm bringing it up. Hey, so hi out there, basketball world.
But first, gotta let the folk know what he's the head coach at. You know what I'm saying? Everybody might not know the Revs, who the Revs are. You know what I'm saying?
At Kipp Lanning Square.
Kipp Lanning Square.
Mm-hmm. And they're called the Revs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You're 60 and 1? 60 and...
We are 55. We haven't lost a game in 2 years.
Somebody told me you lost to New York. That's not true?
No.
Wrong. So they did tell me that. But I'm just telling you, the person, because I know you watch it, you were wrong.
We almost caught one, but we even last year we went 22-0 in Camden City, and then we took the kids to what we call the Kipp Cup, where we play mm-hmm. other Kipp schools. In
y'all
won
the cup, right?
And we won the whole thing, playing schools in our network from Delaware, mm-hmm. PA, Philly, Atlanta, it's just all over the East Coast.
So you're 55 and what?
55-0.
Okay. The Kipp Lanning Square Revs.
How many years you been a head coach there?
I've been head coach 4.
This is 4 now.
I got the job 2021. COVID hit, and we really couldn't play for nothing.
Right.
We lost one game. My second year, we lost 2. So in totality, 4 years of coaching, we went over 100 some games.
So currently you're 55 and 0. The record.
Yeah,
the streak.
Yeah. That's the streak. And then we go to Delaware and we play a team called St. Edmondson Academy, where they are the number 1 team in Delaware.
When y'all go there?
The 25th.
Okay.
All right, so before we get there, let me tell you about Christmas.
Yeah.
So there was a Christmas Camden City tournament.
Yes.
But it wasn't many Camden teams in it.
Yes.
Okay. So I was there and I watched on Friday. I didn't return on Saturday. It was a bunch of games. On Saturday, you guys won and were supposed to play an AAU squad who looks like the Monstars. That was my opinion. Mm-hmm. When I watched them play on Friday, I said, hold, they got the Monstars out here playing like Morgan Village, Kipp. It wasn't what other Camden team was there?
There was no other Camden team.
Oh yeah, no other Camden, because they was rest from Philly.
Yeah,
right?
Outside of Kipp Hatch. Kipp
Hatch, which is a first year starter program, right?
No, they're like 3-4 years.
3-4 years, all right.
Yeah.
Well, I know first year for my son, so I'm thankful that D Block's deciding to coach. But anyway, so they're kind of like building a team. But either way, so I see these kids come on the floor and they look like the monsters. And I'm like, oh, they going to give the Rams the business.
Yeah. Because
the Rams is technically declared themselves or created their image of being elite. And I respect it because they're 55 and up. Well, apparently the Monstars, I'm asking kids, hey, son, what's your name? Such, how old are you? I'm 15 in 8th grade. I'm 15 in the 8th grade. I'm 15 in the 7th. I'm like, oh. Yeah. I was 15 in the 10th grade, but I ain't going to talk about it.
And my starting point guard is 12.
Right. Like what we talking about here.
So,
you know
long story short, the final game was Team Revs against Team Nice.
Yeah.
And you decided to pull your kids.
Yeah.
What made that decision? And now is your opportunity, not to tell all, but tell enough, because you know social media kills Zhaire. I seen it. He a clown. He weak. If he want to play against the best, he should have put his kids up against Team Nice. He walked away from competition. He don't really want smoke. He just wanted to be gravy for his kids. It's your time. It's your platform.
Yeah.
What was the decision?
In the beginning, it was the unsafety of the game, right? And we were like, well, what you mean? It's basketball. How's it unsafe? Because it's not about basketball. And I didn't get that vibe, right? If we know basketball, we know sports. If big brother coming down to pound on little brother, that's the natural order of life, right? Like that happens, right? And we can take a loss. But when I feel, and this is when I make a judgment call, I feel like it's about me, then that I can't put kids in the line of that, right? Like if you don't like me, that's something that we got to take up with me. Right. But I'm responsible for children. I'm responsible for kids, the parents, you know, they look to me, and these are kids, again, that I've had since they were 4 and 5. We're not talking about just a basketball team. These kids look to me to protect them. I don't feel comfortable. And morally, I can't sit with myself knowing that this might be about me, but we're going to take it out on a basketball game. We're going to put it on the court. We're going to air that out on the court. Right. That don't. And when there was a lack of transparency about said schedules and games and different things like that, I've given certain people the opportunity to be honest. Well, what's this about? Right. And then I'm still getting the same answer. So this is what we going to do. We're not going to participate in that.
All right. So word is, I'm just media. Zhaire don't got no problem beating other teams by 40. He ain't got no problem beating up on Kipp Hatch by 30, 40, 60. He don't got no problem. But the moment he felt like his record was at jeopardy, he pulled out the game.
Yeah, and I feel like that's one side that we can spin it. But the same people that be talking are the same people they don't pour into our program. Or any program for that matter, right? Like, I'm talking to people like, yeah, man, it's just basketball. So we got love for you. I ain't get none of these people about donate water, coming to my gym, come see my kids. If it was a play, if we're talking about the game being played and it was coming from a place of love and we just want competition and we want to get basketball back, then we play the game. That. We don't feel that, right? We're in the Kipp Lanning Square, Res. We're in a city where we don't feel like our kids get that love.
And I think, and I'm gonna be honest with you, because I ain't never donated no water to you. I donate water to a lot of programs and snacks and stuff. But I think it's because the presumption is that because you're under that Kipp umbrella, that y'all have money. So the other programs, like the CVP, baseball and tennis, we know they scrounging. A couple other programs we know may need kind of like a little push. Not saying the school programs, but I'm saying like other programs, we kind of think they need push. So I think, and I'm going to just speak for me, I think the narrative or the presumption is that because you're under that Kipp umbrella, that y'all got all y'all need. Right? So we come to y'all games because we want to support the kids from our community, but we don't bring the extras because we think y'all got it. You know what I mean?
And that's fair to think, but then that's when we got to sit down and like I'm very transparent with all my programs, down to the babies, all the way up to all of them. I'm not going to say the school don't do their 1-2 because whatever the school do is what the school do.
Right.
But with the basketball team, that's funded by Zhaire McCORMICK, and people don't know that. The videos that's being posted, and that's what I'm saying. Let's be transparent. Pictures, videos. We're 14-0 right now. The city league's only giving us 4 games, but we're 14-0. Let's do the math on that. So the games that I've scheduled that. I transport kids in my car, get waivers as parents to sign. I pay for referees. Taj can tell you, I pay Taj. Taj refs our games. So like this money that's coming out of woodwork, we all live in the same city. We all trying to figure out where the money at, right?
Right.
I'm having a wedding in June 29th, and money's still coming out of my check, and the Reds still have games.
Right.
So this right here was your opportunity to just express that, because I'm going to be honest with you. We ain't know that.
Yeah.
Because here's the deal. Most of the other programs, especially middle schools, the district covers that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It's covered by the district. We don't have to worry about referees because that's covered in whatever.
The budgets and stuff, yeah.
The athletic budgets.
True.
So unbeknownst to us, it's an assumption if these Kipp schools want to start athletic programs, y'all got an athletic budget that you understand what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
Ain't nobody assuming. So I'm gonna keep it a being with you, and I'm gonna be honest right here. I could see why you got an attitude. I would too if it was coming out of my check. Y'all can kiss my ass. I'm paying for this shit. So listen,
because even if you see how the program is and how it jumps on social media, and then you can even look at our other programs. The Kipp Rev social media, and you look at the girls' social media, or you look at soccer or the other sports, it ain't more media. It ain't always the same. It ain't that.
Right.
That gotta come from somewhere.
Somewhere, true.
And it ain't, you know what I'm saying? And I've had the guy right now, and the fact of the matter is that the basketball program, it flows, and if you look at my War Room videos, pictures, content, and you look at the Kipp Revs, they're similar.
But if the same person.
Yeah, but the similarities, it gotta match. The money is coming from the same place. So I'm pumping 2 entities out of my, you know what I'm saying, out of my and that's why it elevates the way it does, right? Like I'm trying to tell people, you gotta invest in what you're doing.
Yeah, true.
It is a job that is it's unmatched. It's a beautiful thing. Even the training coach, it's a beautiful thing when you see kids gravitate towards you. They love on you. So yeah, but definitely it's different. So
how you feel about? Oh,
yeah,
you guys
I was gonna say no.
How you feel about
this recruiting stuff?
Yeah, in middle school, like you know what I'm saying. We like it's on the middle school level. It's on the middle school level, yo.
I'm committed to the Reds.
Yeah,
it's crazy because
you in 7th grade, boy.
It's crazy.
And with the success that you are having, I know they at the door. It's
crazy.
How do you wean the kids that want to come in?
Well, again, that's why we created a JV program. We created a feeder program. So now the whole gimmick of like you recruiting, I got my younger brother. We recruiting. We not recruiting, but the not only the deep rooted of basketball is so deep rooted in our school. Our principal is my first year. I lost my first game out of the 3. She called me and told me don't lose again and hung up the phone.
Yikes.
Like that's I'm like, is this the mob? Like, what are we? Yeah, she is. From Camden lady, Hispanic lady. And but the culture of the school is not of a losing culture. And I told my kids, and we ain't lose again, right? This was COVID. But the school is very, very prideful, and if you make the basketball team, just like back in the day when we played against high, you was him. And you got looked at different. But on my program, case in point, I'm gonna swing it back to when you talk about the parents and how do I regulate that. These last 2 years, I had to create contracts for the kids where like they have to maintain GPAs. They have to maintain certain behavioral stuff. They have to you miss attendance in there. Attendance. If you don't come to school in any capacity, you can't play. But practices, you miss 1 practice, you sit 2 quarters. 2 practices, you sit 2 games. 3 games, you miss your 4th practice, you're kicked off the team.
Oh, that's a tough
contract. But because it's so much talent that I can do that. So what one won't do, another one will do, right? Like and joke. So kids is like, oh, he ain't coming back as coach.
I'm next
even
up.
Even when we have team meetings, the kids be throwing each other on the bus, and I'm like, yo, that's your brother. They're like, nah, man, I'm trying to play. What you talking about?
Facts.
Real quick, back to the question because you kind of diverted it.
Sorry.
You recruit?
No.
Nah, I wasn't even coming at. I'm talking about like high schools. I'm talking about high schools trying to recruit your middle school kids. Like I'm not even talking about what you do. Like,
I don't recruit. The kids come to you. The kids come to me that want to play. But again, a lot of the kids that we're talking about. Have you seen them play before, or you've had them since they were little? A majority of the kids I've had since they were little. Okay, so you're not recruiting. And then naturally you get, again, like he says, winning. I've had coaches in the city where they are against it. Not going to throw no names out there. But winning attracts that. You're not. You can keep your program as pure as long as you want to. But when you're winning, people, it's not just about the recruiting. People want to be coached by winning, right? And want to be in that. And so we're getting kids from Dudley. We're getting kids from all over, all over this. Because I had one kid tell me, "Listen, I'm tired of losing. We ain't doing. The culture over there is not." Right. It's not giving anything. It's not athletically. It's not, it's not motivation academically. What's and so I don't know what's going on over there. And I'm just getting kids. And so but we had that problem where it's like it's not enough spots. And then the parents be like, well, he only takes the elite of the elite. All right, we created a JV team where I created a War Room Junior Varsity League where I've gotten three teams from Washington Township, one team from Cramer Hill, the Kipp Revs Junior Varsity, and another. So now we got 6 teams. We have it in house. They play at Kipp Lanning Square. We don't gotta worry about busing. Right. You make the outside teams pay registration fees. That covers the referees. Right. And you make it affordable. Right. And now we have something in house where we're growing kids. They're playing games. We don't have to travel all over. We don't have to ask for extra money for referees. And then again, now I can develop within and I can pull within. Gotcha. And so not only you give more opportunity, but you also make the school look good because now we got another program. Right. True. So my question is, what do you feel about? Because me and you had this conversation last Saturday about kids going where they're wanted. What do you feel about middle schoolers being recruited into high school? What do you feel about that? How you feel about that? Again, you gotta go where the love is at. You gotta go where you gonna play. But what do you feel about freshmen feeling like they need to play varsity when maybe they need to get a few notches underneath their belt? Like everybody's not. You can sit varsity, but everybody's not ready to play 38 minutes, 42 minutes. Like you might need to just get a little bit every minute or two to get used to the system. And then why is it that culturally we're in a society right now where systemically kids think, oh, I was the bomb in 8th grade and I need to go to my new high school and start. I blame that on the parents. Yeah, but there you go. That's where I go with that. I blame that on the parents. Because they the ones feeding that fuel. They putting that fuel, putting that battery in their back. The kid might not even think he that work, but you hear your dad or your mom or your whatever telling you that every day. You know what I'm saying? Like you need more playing time. You should have more playing time. Yeah, but then also, especially at that young of an age. You got us as a community. We're not connected enough where we are. It's a circle where like they come to me, they go to Whitman Park, and then they go to. Everybody is doing their own thing. So then now you telling him he this, and I'm telling him he this, and then they telling me this, and so and then you gotta filter out social media and how that's playing a part, right? The AAU team and how it's so much. And I'm talking when I talk to Duke Mike Smith and his whole philosophy is like no, they should not be playing other things when they're in season. You play one thing because we need to teach priority and we need to teach commitment to said thing. But when you're pulling kids from this and they're doing that and they're doing this, we look at it as like we're keeping them busy and active. And it's like, but too much of anything is too much. And you know what? It's so crazy because we're all not on one page, right? And we come from a generation where basketball season is basketball season, baseball season is baseball season. Football season is football season. Yeah. Because he played 3 sports. Football didn't go into basketball. It didn't go into baseball. Football was football. And then he left football with basketball, left basketball with baseball. Now, one sport is all year round. Yeah. Like your kid, they don't want your kid to focus on other talents. They give your kid. But from a financial standpoint, it benefits the machine. It benefits the cog of what y'all trying to do. You ain't caring about the kids. It's the money. Know what I'm saying? And like my program, the War Room, it is all year round, but it's all year round for whoever it wants for if you want to go play basketball baseball, go do that. Right. But understand when you come back and if this kid has been working the whole time, he's going to be better than you because you've been indulging in football, which is not bad. Just understand that. right?
Like, you got some kids that can step off the football field and still dominate the kid that's been practicing. And I've seen
that's that guy. That's that special talent.
Yeah, I've seen it. And I've seen the little boy.
That's that 5-star talent.
I've seen the little boy.
You know what I'm saying? That's that 5-star talent.
Was playing spring football, but he was on the baseball team. He was our pitcher. And he barely came, but when he came, he was taking jokers out. He was him.
That's a special talent.
He was okay when he came and he had to sit a couple games and ain't really get in. But when he got in, he lit that plate up.
But it's understanding that, right? Like understanding this really ain't your sport. So come and give us what you can give us. But understand, you're giving us what you can give us based off of your commitment and your time.
But I think a lot of parents be confused on what their kid's sport is. I think a lot of parents want their kids to play the sport that they enjoy. Because a lot of kids is better at other sports, but you think he gonna be the man at this sport. You pouring all this money and time into one sport, and he really ain't all there, but you want him to be, and you yelling at the coach and trying to pay your way and show up at these meetings so your kid can get playing time, when actually your kid should have his ass on the bench.
There's so much that play into that. You got kids that, I mean not kids, you got parents that you got kids making decisions. I'm gonna ask him. I do that with the babies. And you know, with the 3, 4, 5-year-olds, and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna ask him. I'm like, with all due respect, if you ask him right now broccoli or ice cream, he's picking ice cream every day of the week. Right? I use that example. Right. They don't know what's good for them, right? We gotta navigate that.
A lot of people ask me, did I ever train Bree? No. I sent her to you. I sent her to AP. She went to Mike last summer.
Yeah.
I'll get with her this summer. Let me tell you why. I wanted to make sure she was serious. And here's the thing, because I didn't want to put no pressure on her, because I know who I was. People forget who I was, but I know who I was. And I didn't want that pressure on her. So now this year, she showed me. Let me tell you who she's become. You've seen her this summer.
Yeah.
I wish you could go watch her play now. She's a heck of a teammate. She cheers on her other teams. She don't get a lot of time, but she plays. As a freshman, on the they don't have a JV squad. It's all varsity squad. She's learning to be a good athlete. She's learning to be a good person.
Now, my question to you is, where do you think that's stemming from? Do you think, I'm gonna let you answer that, and then I'm gonna put my spin on it.
I think it's stemming from everything that everybody poured into her prior to her going to high school.
Okay.
And also with her being to the high school program because of what the coach requires.
At that school?
At that school.
Okay.
And she's learned the system over there. Because I remember there was a time in the summertime she wanted to quit. I don't want to do basketball anymore. I'm done with it. And I said, quit ain't what we're going to do because of what? You went over there with the persona that you was going to be this, and he recruited.
Yeah.
So now you got to work hard to earn your minutes and earn your spot.
Yeah, yeah.
So a couple of parents had made a comment. Apparently we heard it. I didn't hear it, but it was heard that, Brianna's grandmom and family comes here, don't utter a word because I'm trusting in the process. Here's the thing. My grandbaby was a freshman, and she got to learn.
Yeah.
I played freshman my freshman year. I played JV my sophomore year.
I played freshman.
Until a whole bunch of chicks fouled out in a game, and once I got on the floor, I made my mark, and I never went back.
That's it.
And that was my into my sophomore year, my sophomore playing year.
Okay.
And I never went back to JV. I just been varsity forever. So I say that to say this. I keep trying to explain to not only my daughter, but to my grandbaby, this is the circle of life. It's a process.
Absolutely.
Right.
Unless you're elite and phenomenal, and you may have been phenomenal in Camden, but you're in a bigger pot over there.
Gotta put in the work.
You're in a bigger lake.
You gotta reinvent. I tell my kids that now, even as good as we are, like y'all gonna go to programs, and y'all are going to be a footnote in a machine of other players.
You're gonna be
that you gotta respect.
A small fish in a big pond.
And that is also, like, again, to go off the tangent of what we need and what's missing in the city. Again, there is no success in not respecting what was.
Right.
You can't. You gotta. It has to be some honor and respect towards that. I don't care what they did, but they did it.
They did it,
and they did it the right way. You talking about state championships, guys, coaches, teachers. This ain't nothing new.
True.
I had someone tell me that, you know what, my brother played. He was on the greatest Canada High team ever. Huh? Vic Karstoffen was he led Canada High, and he was number state in the country. Like, and even him, it was so many teams, it was so many players, right? I would never speak blasphemy like that.
Facts.
And some of these people in Camden don't even like me, but I would never disrespect you and what you did. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, and I, at the time, I wore the purple and gold, and I was in awe with it. I was in awe with a lot of things. Mm-hmm. And then as I grow and I become a man, I start to see things, and I start to develop my own thoughts and understanding of how this is supposed to go.
True. And systems.
Because
it's all about systems, right? It's all about systems, and it's about, for a lot of us, it's about history.
Yeah.
For us, in our generation, it's about history.
Yeah.
True. And you know what the systems are. But
before, you got something?
No.
Before we get out of here, you know what I'm saying? Because I know you got to go. You know what I'm saying? You got what you got going on right now? You got the semifinal.
Yeah, I got semifinals of the junior varsity game.
Yeah. So I know we got to get you out of here. Two things real quick. Number one, briefly, training or coaching? Since you've done both, you do both. Yeah.
I love both, but I coaching.
Okay.
Coaching.
Do you believe trainers is on the
training?
same page?
I don't say training. I would say training. It's two different things, and I think both parties need to be in sync for
this.
That's
the key word.
For the kid to be what they need to be. I'm meeting with kids all the time when I train. I'm like, all right, where are you at on the court? Mm-hmm. Where are you having success? Where are you having struggles? Mm-hmm. Because kids.
Do you talk to any of your kids' coaches?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's big.
Because the kids come in and the kids, I don't know what I want to do. So you want to come here, you just want to do anything?
Right.
And then even in season when they're training,
right.
The all season is to train on things that you're not good at. You just want to do a bunch of things. No, we need to really maximize what you are good at,
right.
And then also maximize what the coach has you doing, right? You want more, but you can't do what he needs you to do.
right.
And whether that is being a good teammate, with cheerleader, whatever, just knowing how to look at coach in the eye and talk to him, right? Like these are the things that is truly lost from the game. Everybody just wants to play,
right?
And it's like, but you don't want to be on time,
right?
You don't want to. You don't want to listen.
Have all your
equipment. Be dressed before practice start. Check on your teammates. Understanding leadership and understanding. I got kids that want to be a leader in the team, and it's like, but your teammates don't want to fall on their own sword for you.
Right.
Like when your teammates can rally behind you and they can and they are willing to, for lack of better words, like I said, I'm a war person. Right. Sacrifice themselves for you. That's when that's when you're doing the right things, and they know you're putting yourself
out for them.
You're putting yourself, you're putting them first and yourself second. And I'm going through that with my point guard, little guy, but he's been starting since 5th grade.
Okay.
And
what grade is he in now?
7th.
Okay.
And he has another year, and it's just a beautiful thing seeing his maturation.
It just seems like he's so old.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's definitely what's up.
Yeah.
I feel like he's been doing it he's old.
Yeah, but I tell people and I tell his teammates, y'all gotta understand, it was to a point where he was in here crying because he couldn't get the ball in the hoop.
Right.
And now, he gets so much love for what he do.
Right.
And I got 5th graders coming into our middle school program thinking they gonna start because he started.
Right.
And it's like, just that, but it's tough.
That's what's
tough.
Up. That's what's up. Now, what we got? What you thinking future wise? You know what I'm saying?
Future-wise.
Like,
coaching is definitely coaching. I don't know. I ain't going. I mean, I think me and you spoke, but I ain't going to really disclose. I got offered a head coaching job last year.
Okay.
I turned it down, not based off of anything crazy, but we had a baby. We had a newborn. I got a 10-month baby, and that wouldn't have. It wouldn't have went well with wifey. She was telling me to take it. I already know. Listen, I know your heart, but I know your head.
Right.
What episode is this?
131.
It's 131 because we missed 10 episodes because he coaches. So, coaching don't go well.
Listen. So, coaching, I definitely think in the future.
High school?
To what degree? Yeah, definitely high school.
Okay.
To what degree? We're going to know, like I said, head
Do you
coach.
think at one point you want to go college or no?
I don't know. The college game is so sticky. so what my daughter say, icky. It's very, very icky. So I don't really know. I'm at a place where I love what I do.
Right. That's
I'm at a place where a school, a principal, administration supports what I do. Mm-hmm. They're behind it. They get out my way and they let me run my program.
Gotcha.
And people ask me like, would you go there and coach or here or wherever?
You ain't going to stay.
Never.
Yeah.
Listen. No, I'm saying people ask me if would I go to certain areas, and it's like I don't know if basketball is being played over there.
Right,
I don't know if that's actual basketball.
Right.
Because I know what I can do here, and I need the same type of. I need it. I need that.
Right.
I need that. So yeah,
that's what's up. That's definitely what's up.
So just know that I do support you.
I appreciate it so much.
From close and from afar. Keep developing. And I think that's essential for our community is the feeder programming and the development of, do our kids stay in the city? Maybe not, because there might not be a space for them sometimes, but you do develop them enough to go to other programs and do what they need to do. So just keep doing what you're doing.
That's what I'm saying.
Keep being a great father to those 3 babies.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Keep training your son to be a coach, because I seen him Saturday.
He arguing with referees. I'm like, bro, you gotta chill. You ready to get this thrown out? Like, Dad, they not calling foul. I said,
how old is he?
Relax. He's only 4.
Right.
And he knows the playbook. I'm asking him what's that. He said they pick and roll and they roll. And I said, well, what do they do at the end? And they dunk it. I said, okay, you understand. So I
keep training him up for to be the next generation.
Definitely.
Proprietor of the War Room.
The War Room, baby. Check them out. Yo, let them know real quick, social media wise, where they can find you. Your tags and all that good stuff.
The War Room, and it's crazy, is @ the _ war _ room. And yeah, just hit me up. You know, if you want to come and get some love. It's a place of business, but it's also a place of understanding and meeting people where they are. I'll be very transparent. I got kids that don't pay, but we turn no one away. I told the Morgan Village coach, I train some of your kids. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And they don't pay. And you know, because again, I grew up here. My mom didn't have money for training. I didn't train. Mm-hmm. So I know what it is to not have. So really, really meeting our community and meeting the kids where they are, not necessarily where I want them to be right now. It's just growing, because that's what I've done even with my programs. I've had kids since they were 3 all the way up to them going to college. Right. It's a beautiful thing. And yeah, I'm doing a free clinic for babies. Okay. Coming up, because I got it's always something for everybody else, but it's never nothing for the babies. Right. So
what's the age bracket?
It's gonna be starting at 3 all the way up to, and you know, it really is rooted for the babies, but it's gonna go all the way into probably middle school.
When you doing that?
Okay. In the next coming weeks, I'm promoting it soon. Okay. It's free. Okay. We going to
make sure you send us the. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm gonna bring my non-athletic.
Bring him.
Her.
I got girls. Yeah, you got baby. You got girls.
That's what's up. Well, bro, we definitely appreciate this. You know what I'm saying? Definitely appreciate you sliding through. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for giving us your time.
Yes. I know it's busy. Like I said, we got to get him out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate y'all.
You got some things to do, but we definitely appreciate this. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
My man. Hey, and if anything you need from me, man, please reach out. Feel free. You know what I'm saying?
And if you need waters, just hit me up.
Yes.
And we'll make all that happen. We'll definitely make all that happen. You know what I'm saying?
Water and Gatorades, I got you.
Before you get out here, any shout outs, anything? Anybody want to shout out real quick?
Shout out to y'all lovely people for having me on.
I appreciate it.
Like I said, you know, the school that I coach at, I love them, and they family there. They've been helping me, and just my family, future wife, my kids. Okay. Shout out to them.
That's what's up.
Love you, D. Love you, babies.
That's definitely what's up. Real quick, you know what I'm saying? I just want to give a shout out. Big game. Well, this will air next Wednesday, but this Friday, which is yesterday, we're taping right now on Saturday. Big win, you know what I'm saying? We beat the old TCA, their Thrive charter now, whatever.
And they thrive yeah.
They was on a 8-game winning streak. So you know,
lost the tech.
And we got that. So we sitting at 8-1 right now, and the kids is playing well. So shout out to my squad and my coaches for putting that time in and getting these kids where we need them to be. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Cousin Tracy being back. There is no BYRDCAGE show without Cousin Tracy. You know what I'm saying? And I can't say that enough. You got anything real quick? So we got to get him out of here.
I don't have anything, but more importantly, just support those that support you, love on those that love you, and just know life is short. So reach out to somebody that crosses your mind, because, listen, tomorrow ain't promised.
Facts. So with that being said, once again, I am Sechuayo, a.k.a. Coach Bird. I'm the host of the BYRDCAGE Show, the lovely Cousin Tracy, Coach Zhaire. The BYRDCAGE Show, episode 131. We out of here. We'll talk to you soon, baby.
Appreciate it.
It was a stone groove, my man.